Long ago, in the ancient city of Ur, there lived a man named Abram, son of Terah. Ur was a bustling place filled with tall ziggurats, idol shrines, and merchants calling out their trade. But Abram was different. His heart leaned toward a God unseen, a voice that whispered beyond the stone idols of his people. Abram's wife was Sarai. She was beautiful, even in her older years, but her beauty carried a quiet sadness. She had no child, and the years of waiting had worn heavily on her heart. One night, under the stars that filled the desert sky, God spoke to Abram. "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation." It was a strange command. Leave everything? At 75 years old, people expected Abram to settle, not to wander. Yet he believed. With Sarai beside him and his nephew Lot, whose father had died, they packed their tents, servants, and herds of animals. The caravan stretched like a ribbon across the desert sand. They journeyed to Canaan, a land of rolling hills and fertile valleys. At Shechem, beneath the great oak tree of Moreh, Abram built an altar and prayed. It was here that God promised again, "To your offspring I will give this land." But years passed. The promise of a child seemed impossible. Sarai, weary of waiting, gave her maid Hagar to Abram, saying, "Perhaps I will build a family through her." Abram agreed, and Hagar bore a son, Ishmael. The family's peace was shaken. Jealousy and bitterness grew between Sarai and Hagar. Still, Abram cared for Ishmael, teaching him to walk in the ways of God. When Abram was 99, God appeared again. The air itself felt heavy with holiness as he said, "I am God Almighty. Walk before me and be blameless. I will confirm my covenant between me and you." That day, God changed Abram's name to Abraham, father of many nations, and Sarai's to Sarah, princess. He promised that Sarah, though old, would bear a son. Sarah laughed when she heard it, her wrinkled hands pressed against her mouth. But God replied, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" And it happened. In her old age, Sarah conceived and gave birth to Isaac. Laughter filled their tent, for his name itself meant, "He laughs." Abraham's household was